Okay, so we're asking why leaders fail. Ask it differently. How you yourself can fail. Yes? Okay. I did not say it is wrong. In fact, I encourage you to go to work with them. Do you remember? Yes. We said that the best way of is you must know what they know, although you cannot know as well as them, and you cannot do it as fast as them, but they cannot. If it's a mystery to you, how will you supervise them? So it's important to do it with them so that you understand. But once it is they are the ones doing, you cannot replace them without the fear of them feeling idle. And then when they feel idle, they know what you want. You are about to fire them. They lose trust in you. Because they know you don't have enough time. So to leave your work in order to do their work, they know you are trying to get rid of them. And even you will not be very happy. People, the biggest selling point of leaders is appreciating their staff. Until I told you it reaches a time when the project you are doing is no longer the manager's project, it's our project. They feel it's ours. That's what you are talking about. So you need to do whatever is necessary till people feel they are needed. This project can't run without me. I mean, that's why we are calling it our project. Once people get that's what we call a buy-in of the project, they don't require supervision. They want to do it themselves because they feel motivated. That's the best place to be. It will not always work. If there are people who are about to resign, so they don't even care. So there are people who will be difficult. But please try to get people to where they work voluntarily without needing any supervision. That's a good question. So, and I hope you have heard the answer. I said you need to get involved in your junior's work so that you understand it and so that you appreciate wow, my friend, that's a good job you do for the cottage. Wow, I really appreciate you are doing. You know, the day we sat with you, I realized it's a complex thing. I admire you. Hey, those kind of words makes the boss knows I'm critical, indispensable in this place. Now that's the time they start saying our work, our hospital, our thing, because they feel appreciated. So you may have to actually go and work with them. Because what people don't like is, you are wonderful. Then they ask themselves, how does he know I'm wonderful? It's just talking. But if I do something and I can talk with evidence, then he really believes that when I'm telling me he's wonderful, he's actually wonderful. So there are people who they learn from a management book that should be appreciating people. So they keep appreciating until people say, that's a joke. Somebody fails and you say, wonderful. Now she will fail. They lose trust in you because they know you are just a talker. So you can't tell somebody. If somebody has done something wrong, be clear what they have done is actually wrong. Then you will start realizing you can be trusted. Don't tell somebody they have done well when they have done badly. The best thing you can do is, this one, the way you have done it is bad. But you are capable. Last week, that one you did. In fact, I've never seen anybody do it like you did it. She knows I'm good. Now, so they start appreciating because you have to earn the right to criticize. As a supervisor, don't assume you have it. Earn it. How do you earn it? For every one criticism, find 2 appreciations. You are good in this and this. But in this, you need to improve. Or you are good at this and this. But in this, you improve. If you tell somebody 2 things going well, now when you tell them you are hopeless, they agree they are hopeless. Because they had seen, you also know how good they are. So don't become fake by appreciating people. We're going to smile. Wonderful. Hey, now they know the truth. You are a liar. And you lose trust in you. But you want to say something?
So they should also learn some of what I do.
Oh yes, they need to appreciate why you do not got help. They need to have an idea about what you do. But That subject is called succession planning. Maybe Albert is something that we need to deal with. Today we are talking about management for high performance. But succession requires that if you decided you have green pastures in Canada and disappeared, nobody will stop you. They will tell you, go well. Why? They know nothing will stop. You have developed people to the extent that within 1 week of handover, they can do it without you. That's succession planning. And it's also important, but it's not our subject just now. And since he has asked the question, do you know you can make your work very difficult? I told you say, my uncle is dying. Then the person asked, tell me, what will we do when you are away? If you have developed nobody else under you, will you attend your uncle's funeral? Even yourself, you see you can't go. So make yourself dispensable. So that when you ask for leave, they have no alternative than to allow you to go on leave. If you want to put yourself in bondage, make yourself indispensable. If you want freedom, make yourself dispensable. That other people can do your work. The choice is yours. There are people who will never even go on leave. Have you met them? No, I can't go on leave. My friend, the reason you can't go on leave is because you have made yourself indispensable. And that's not an advantage to yourself. You are actually an enemy to yourself. If you make yourself indispensable, you must train people so that with a short orientation, they still need help. But the short orientation, they can actually do. Because you see, maybe your boss is the one who will now supervise them when you are away. But he has no time to actually go into details. So they need to understand, he can coordinate, but you need level. So it's important that question is a very important question, but we need to deal with it under succession. We have said this before, but where are we? Who is reading now? Where have we reached? Okay.
What is effective leadership? Leadership is the art of motivating a group of people to act towards achieving a common goal.
I think we said that earlier, isn't it? If you say I'm leading, it means there is number one, a destination. Number two, there is a team, because you're not a leader if you're just yourself. Number three, there is a task. So there must be a common goal, a common destination, and you are going there as a team. You are working to influence people towards it. Read on.
In a business setting, this can mean directing workers and colleagues with a strategy to meet the company's needs.
Next person.
While leadership isn't intrinsically linked.
Ask the question at the top.
What is effective leadership? While leadership isn't intrinsically linked to profit, those who are viewed as effective leaders in corporate contexts are the ones who increase the company's bottom line. While there are people who seem to be naturally endowed with more leadership ability than others, anyone can learn to become a leader by improving their skills.
Yeah, maybe another subject we are likely to look up next time is how to assess potential. How can you tell that the young man will not head below a CEO? Just at the beginning, as you meet them, even during the interview, assessing potential is something very important for any supervisor and a leader. Because you can promote the wrong person and you end up in trouble. So it's important to understand. So here, we want to admit that there are people who are good in certain things but not others. That's why many hospitals fail. I'm sorry, I may be stepping on toes. Because they get a wonderful doctor to become the CEO. But he is a wonderful doctor because he knows how to treat. But management is not about treating people. It's about the coordination. Am I right? So if he doesn't know coordination or even enjoy it, that hospital will go down. So it's important to understand the the whole concept that not everybody enjoys leading. People don't mind the title, but actually leading. I've just told you how hard it is to lead. You have to earn the right for people to trust you. If somebody doesn't, the only thing, I can do the job, give it, I'll do it. But God, you know, a manager or a leader is a person who is helping others to do it. So I think it will be very, very important for us. So I'm not suggesting any of you is not a leader. I'm only saying when you are promoting people, a leader must be the guy we are describing here. Someone who is interested in the people, someone interested with, who has clarity of vision, the things we talked about earlier. And if somebody doesn't, there are people who just enjoy the task. Please don't even increase their salary, but don't make them managers. Because making them managers is taking them away from what they are good at. And that has happened quite a bit, where you know, like Kenyatta Hospital, one time it was collapsing. And they took a guy who was a HR guy, and he was able to reorganize the whole thing and move Kenyatta Hospital on. One of the examples I had in giving, which I thought was fantastic, is the mortuary department nobody wanted to work in mortuary, and then somebody looked down on, are they called morticians? Yeah, looked down on them. And then people, the clients are complaining about that they are treated at the morgue. So this CEO, who has never been a doctor, his training is HR oriented, what to do. So he just decided to go and sit and watch them work. And he realized the way they are treated, their uniform is dilapidated, nobody is used, the place is never cleaned. And he realized the very atmosphere of the place tells them it doesn't matter, they don't care. I mean, they don't matter to the hospital. If they don't matter, do the clients matter? No. So he decided, he asked them, what do you do when there's nobody picking the body? He just says, we just watch. He said, would it be okay if I brought you a TV? He said, what? You can bring us a TV. They couldn't believe that other people had TVs, but not the book. So he said, the one in my office, I don't even watch. So just give instructions, remove it from the CEO's office, bring it. You know, it started changing the atmosphere of the place. They started, you know, if you want to see news, come to the book. Because now the other junior workers don't have it. Then he told them, they told him, you know, another problem we have. If you say you are a mortuary attendant and you are asking for a loan, nobody gives you a loan because they wonder where is he going. He just uses dead bodies. So he changed their titles to last rights officers. Now, a name like that. And once they are officers, they are not dead body attendants. I get the point. And the whole atmosphere changed. That's what you call a leader. You go there, you listen to the people, you make them feel important, and the treatment they give to the dead people coming for dead bodies changes. Will depend on the way they themselves are treated. Then he changed their uniform and made them look like managers. Because they are. Okay, you know, the issue is not the dead body. It's the relatives of the dead body. They need to know counseling, isn't it? Because the person coming for the dead body is frightened by a dead body. So how you treat him can make him traumatized. Are we together? So you need to deal with this person so that the person living in the mortuary is really starting to heal. But if you're if you're a technical person, just say the work is to deal with the body, do it. What is this other? What do you do with the TV? Because you're not thinking of the person themselves. So I think it's important to understand what you are talking about. That to be a leader, not everybody is. They require to have an interest in that area. Next person.
What is effective leadership too? Traits of a business leader: cool-headed.
Yeah, if you really tell us you are a leader, you must be cool-headed. Who can explain how a cool-headed person looks like? word is for young people. They say, yeah, that guy is cool. So please help us.
Maybe they cannot get angry easily.
A cool-headed guy does not get angry. He doesn't lose his nut. Okay.
Far-seeing,
Sorry?
far-seeing, visionary,
No. We are asking for the meaning of being cool-headed.
someone who maintains the cool even though when the situation is hot.
Okay. Somebody who is more of a thermostat than a thermometer. What's the difference between a thermostat and a thermometer?
Thermometer measures temperature, thermostat regulates
A thermometer just behaves as per the surroundings. A thermostat
the temperature.
will say, no, don't get hot. You are too hot now. So a cool-headed guy is a person who is more of a thermostat than a thermometer. The next one is, of course, you now read far-seeing. We are talking about somebody who doesn't just see here. He always asks himself, doing this, how does it affect the future? I call it the helicopter view, where you don't just see yourself as a cog. You are a cog in a system, and you understand the whole system, although your job is only a cog. And that's one of the most important things for leaders. Nobody becomes a cog in a machinery. Everybody understands the totality of the picture. They see far. And it's important to be able to tell every one of your employees, how does his job affect the success of the whole organization? They must see how important they are within the totality of the organization. They must understand the philosophy of the organization, the vision of the organization, understand it all, and then, having understood all that, then they now can come to where they see, this is my particular job.
Visionary,
Go on.
courageous,
Mhm.
a good communicator,
Yes.
inspiring. Leadership is a winning combination of these personal traits and the ability to think and act as a leader.
Yeah. All that is describing you as a leader. So, I want you to go into groups of threes, so the middle person pulls the chair so the other two can see each other. And deal with this. Give an example of a leader you know that you regard as a failure and why. And give us the evidence. Give us an example of a leader you regard as a success and why, and evidence. So select one of you two to become the reporter. You have only 5 minutes because it's not a debate. It's your story, so when you tell it, so it will have to be accepted without a debate. So the middle person pulls the chair so that the other two can hear. But the first task is appoint the reporter. Appoint who is going to report. So you will be four. Can she be heard? Are you able to hear her on the other side? Okay. So first of all, choose somebody to report. If the question is not clear, you can ask me to explain.